Good afternoon. Live from Texas, this is the Will Cain Show, where we have a Fox News alert. It sounds like we may have a deal on Greenland. President Trump posting on Truth Social, based upon a very productive meeting that I have had with the Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte. We have formed the framework of a future deal with respect to Greenland and, in fact, the entire Arctic region. Based upon this understanding, I will not be imposing the tariffs that were scheduled to go into effect on February 1st. President Trump then spoke moments later after announcing that framework. Listen.
Can you give us more details about the deal?
The deal.
No, it's a great deal for everybody.
Will there be an acquisition? Will there be an acquisition?
No, I think they're going to be very happy. It's a great deal for everybody.
Is it a win for America?
Are the tariffs off the table completely now, sir? Can the people of the UK rest assured the deal's gone?
Based on the fact that it looks like we have the concept of a deal. It's a long-term deal. It's the ultimate long-term deal. I think it puts everybody in a really good position, especially as it pertains to security and minerals and everything else.
All right, NATO's singing the same tune, a spokesperson saying moments ago allies will collectively work to ensure Arctic security, and that China and Russia never gain a foothold economically or militarily in Greenland. The U.S. stock market's absolutely loving this news. Stocks soared this afternoon shortly after the president's announcement. Here's how stocks closed right at 4. All three major averages up over 1%. It all comes hours after President Trump hammered the issue during his address earlier today.
They called me daddy, right, last time. A very smart man said, he's our daddy. He's running it. I was like running it. I went from running it to being a terrible human being. But now what I'm asking for is a piece of ice, cold and poorly located, that can play a vital role in world peace and world protection. It's a very small ask compared to what we have given them for many, many decades.
The president standing by his argument that no other nation is capable of securing Greenland, and he went after Denmark as ungrateful for denying that America should protect Greenland. To his point, things might look pretty different if not for the United States' involvement in World War II.
We were fighting to save it for Denmark. Big, beautiful piece of ice. It's hard to call it land. It's a big piece of ice. But we saved Greenland and successfully prevented our enemies from gaining a foothold in our hemisphere. So we did it for ourselves also. And then after the war, which we won it big. Without us, right now you'd all be speaking German and a little Japanese, perhaps. After the war, we gave Greenland back to Denmark. How stupid were we to do that? But we did it. But we gave it back.
We gave it back, and now we want it back. As Trump has said time and again, the stakes are too high not to own Greenland.
Who the hell wants to defend a license agreement or a lease, which is a large piece of ice in the middle of the ocean where, if there is a war, much of the action will take place on that piece of ice. Think of it. Those missiles would be flying right over the center of that piece of ice. All we want from Denmark for national and international security and to keep our very energetic and dangerous potential enemies at bay is this land on which we're going to build the greatest Golden Dome ever built.
That Golden Dome would be quite an upgrade. Currently, U.S. defense there amounts to just one space base, as per the defense agreement between Denmark and the United States. And to all of those worrying about a hostile takeover of Greenland, Trump issuing this unequivocal response.
I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force. All the United States is asking for is a place called Greenland, where we already had it as a trustee, but respectfully returned it back to Denmark not long ago after we defeated the Germans, the Japanese, the Italians, and others in World War II. We gave it back to them. We were a powerful force then, but we are a much more powerful force now.
Denmark has held that Greenland is not for sale. And last time we checked, most Americans weren't totally sold on Greenland, with 7 in 10 opposing a U.S. takeover. But when it comes to Greenlanders, there's a more even split. This from Reuters about a year ago. Greenlanders overwhelmingly oppose becoming part of the United States, the poll shows. But that headline, it doesn't tell the whole story. The poll showed that 45% viewed Trump's interest in Greenland as a threat, but 43% saying they see it as an opportunity. So where do things stand today with this news with Greenlanders? Hey, it's Will Cain. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.